What's up, guys? So when you want to buy a computer, you always hear about the computer specifications, that is the RAM size, the clock speed, and all those crazy numbers. And most of us here don't even know what all those numbers represent. So today, I'm going to help you understand computer specifications. And please, if this is your first time coming to this channel, go down there and click on subscribe, and also hit the notification bell so that you won't miss any of our future videos. So let's start with the processor, which is the brains of the computer, and usually is referred to as the CPU. And for you to understand, I'm going to concentrate on the Intel processors. These are the most popular ones. So we have the Core i3, Core i5, Core i7, and Core i9. So on this list, the Core i3 is the one with the least power. And as the number go up, the power will also increase. And also under Core i3, we also have different processors. We have first generation, second generation, and so forth. And then Core i5 as well will be having different types of processors that will be under Core i5 and also under Core i7 and under Core i9. But you see that any version of Core i5 will always be better than any version of Core i3. Just like when you're comparing Core i5 and Core i7. All the versions under Core i7 will be better than the ones that are under Core i5. Now that you understand the different processors, now let's talk about what you have to consider when you're choosing these processors. So it all depends with the kind of work that you'll be doing with your computer. So the Core i3 is best used by a person that does just general use of a computer, things like emails or web browsing. And like I said before, that the Core i5 is more powerful compared to the Core i3, and it will suit a more advanced computer user. These are people that do things like video editing and other heavy softwares. And if you want to play games on your computer, you will need a Core i7 or better, because games are heavy. The games that we have nowadays are very heavy and they need very powerful processors. So you need a Core i7 or better. And under processors, we also have what is called the CPU clock speed. So this one determines how quickly the CPU can retrieve and interpret instructions. So the higher the clock speed, the faster the computer will be. And this is measured in gigahertz. So for normal use, you only need a clock speed of about 1.5 gigahertz. And for more advanced use, we need a clock speed of about 2.5 gigahertz or better. And for gaming, you need at least 3.5 gigahertz so that you won't have any problems. And moving on now to the RAM. This is the random access memory. This is the memory that a computer uses to store all the instructions of all the processes that are currently being executed. So it means that if a computer has a big RAM, it will be able to run multiple operations at the same time. So you see that a lot of computers on the market right now have about 4 gigabytes of RAM, but with the software that we have nowadays, is really not enough. You see that your computer will freeze a lot. So if you want to have a smooth running computer, you should get a computer with a RAM that is at least 8 gigabytes. And if you want to play games on your computer, get a RAM of at least 16 gigabytes. You won't have any problems with those sizes. So moving on now to our main storage, where we store all our files in a computer. We have two main types, which is the SSD and the HDD. The SSD is the solid state drive. This is the new one. This is the faster one. And then the HDD one is the magnetic one. And it's a little bit slower, but also it's cheaper when you're comparing the price to the SSD. So if you can afford the SSD, will be a good pick. But if you're on a tight budget, what you can do is you can get an SSD which is small. Obviously, if it's small, it will be a little bit cheap. And then you use that small SSD only for system files. And all the other files that you want to store in your computer, you store in an HDD, which is way more cheaper. So that way you can have a little bit of both. You have speed and also enough space for you to save all your files. And the last thing that I'm going to talk about is the graphics card. And unless you are into gaming or you're doing advanced video editing, you won't need an extra graphics card. The one that comes in built with your processor inside your computer will be enough for you. So in brief, this is all the specifications that you need to understand before buying a computer. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you have liked this video. And if this was your first time coming to this channel, go down there and click on subscribe, and also hit that bell so that you see all our future videos. Bye for now, and see you on our next video.